called the HandiMop. It is unlike any other mop that is out there, a completely different patented design. And we're gonna give you not only your choice of colors in the HandiMop, we're also including for you 3 HandiSponges as well. You get 2 mop heads. So you get the mop handle with the wringer. See how that wringer just takes all that water right out of it, and then almost like acts like a squeegee as well. So you're gonna get the mop handle, you're gonna get the 2 mop heads, and then you're gonna get 3 of these HandiSponges, and you are going to love these. It is a different design, it is a different way that these work. $29.99 for the entire configuration. You get to choose from the teal. We also have it available in berry. This is your spearmint, and this is your gray right over here on the side as well. John Eyeside is bringing this to us, and John, you know, when it comes to the HandiMop, we all have to mop at some point.
Yes, we do.
But you know what? Mops don't work. The old days of the mop and trying to wring it with your hands and this and that, this completely changes everything.
Yes, you're right. This is so much easier and faster. And if you don't know, this is the sponge version of our HandiMop line, which is, I call it the powerhouse. If you're into deep cleaning, this sponge is amazing. The one thing you want to do is not mistaking this for a regular sponge, and I'll show you what I mean. Now, the design is really small, really narrow. It has a wringer on board. You push the mop head through, then you put it into a T position and you're ready to mop. You want to wet the mop head to activate it, which I already did. And I have some debris on the floor here. I want to show you what makes this sponge different. As I start going through, look how it squeegees, it mops, it dries, and it sweeps all at the same time, even with one pass. Look at the before and look at the after. These little ridges here, they're designed to like squeegee and absorb and lift and hold the dirt. So you could actually go over your entire kitchen, let's say, and you're not having to worry about going to the bucket. You don't have to worry about going to that sink, because this is, a lot of people love this because they could use it in the sink. You don't have to use it on the bucket. And when your mop head gets dirty, all you do is just move it to the side, it clicks, you give it a little flick, you bring it over to normally your sink. If you want to use a bucket, you can. You wet it and it activates it, and what happens is the mop head expands. It releases the dirt, it releases the grime into the bucket or the sink. That onboard wringer here actually squeezes the dirt out and away from the mop head, and then when you're done, you have about 2.5 inches of space, you're ready for the next job.
Absolutely love
now,
it.
not only is it good for squeegeeing dried on messes, but it's actually a very absorbent mop head. Let me show you what I mean. Now, here's a rug. I love this demonstration because a lot of people have throw rugs or area rugs, and sometimes the dog might make a boo-boo. Because it is very absorbent, you'll see when I push down on it, it absorbs the liquid. So if you have a spill on the rug, or if, you know, like for a first line of defense, it's not a stain remover, but it's great for picking up that initial spill. And you know where that spill is? Right here. Look how it just absorbs it. So it's not embedded under the rug. And I'll show you exactly how absorbent it is.
It's like a magic mop, isn't it?
It's amazing, this sponge. You see how it's absorbing? Cool. It lifts, it traps, and it absorbs. Now, when it is wet, I'm just going to come this way so you can see a little bit better. When I push it forward, my floor is moving, it releases the liquid. But when you come back, it dries it. So as you're mopping, you don't have to take the bucket with you. It washes and dries. It holds, it traps.
That's what's so
It's amazing. And then when it gets a little bit dirty, after you do your entire kitchen, let's say, bring it right over to your bucket or your sink. Normally, a lot of people like to use it in a sink. You wring it out, you clean it out, and you always have a nice clean mop head. And if I can, I'll show you the technology with one of the HandiSponges.
Absolutely. Listen, this is something that is so unique, so different, so much better than anything you have ever used before. And we are giving you, again, you're getting 2 of your mop heads. You're getting 2 of those. And then you're getting, on top of that, the 3 HandiSponges. We're about to show you those. This just cleans differently. It cleans better. It is so absorbent, you cannot believe it until you use it. You may be able to do your entire kitchen floor without even ever going to rinse it out, because it's going to really scrub The way that it scrubs though is different. Again, it's a soft surface, but there's something about it, I don't know what it is, but there's something about it that gives it that ability to agitate the dirt and actually just pick it up. It is a brilliant mop. If you only buy it for that, absolutely, at $29.99 with the extra mop head, you want that. But now, then you get these three things.
Yeah, I want to show you what the technology is behind it. Now, we did make a hand version. If a typical sponge, you could see the holes, okay? But with our sponge, with the HandiSponge, you see there's millions of holes here, but you can't see it. And it doesn't allow the dirt in. So when you wring it out, you clean it out. And for absorbency, check out this demonstration. I have a cup of blue liquid here, okay? Watch how as I put it in here, just dunking it in. I'm not even touching it. Look how it's drinking it up, and the blue is going up. So it's a really, really super absorbent material, and it doesn't drip out on you in case you have a spill across the room. Here's a little bit of soy sauce. Here's another sponge. Check this out. I'm gonna pick up this soy sauce, okay? We know it picks up fantastic, but I wanna show you the technology and why the mop head lasts so long. As I dunk it in here, I'm not even gonna put it in all the way. Watch how it starts drinking the liquid. But you see, when I wring it out, watch this. It's gonna squeeze out the liquid, so you always have a nice clean sponge or mop head. The dirt always goes into the bucket or the sink.
Soy sauce is one of the worst
It's so hard to get off,
things
absolutely.
in terms of staining, and did you see how it just comes
grabs
right out
everything.
Of it?
Yep, and you could even use these if you wanted to use your favorite cleaner, let's say on a window. I usually don't like to use chemicals, but with windows, it actually dries and cleans the window. If you use a little bit of window cleaner, you don't have to. No streaks and no paper towels. Here's for dusting. This is a little bit of powder to simulate dust. It's great for dusting. So many different areas. And when the mop head gets dry, and the sponge, they actually get hard like this. You see, I wet half of this. This is wet, this is dry. Okay. So it's not gonna build up that mold and mildew smell.
Look at this.
It's amazing.
It's hard, and then it gets soft, and then it dries out again. This thing is incredible. I'm getting this for the boat. This is so perfect for a boat. The absorbency, the squeegeeing, all of it. And then the easy clean out of this,
it's
amazing,
fantastic.
just rinses out.
So as you can see, when you run it under the sink, it releases everything. I put a little bit of soda here. Now watch how, even just going easily, you're mopping your floor. You're actually mopping, you're sweeping, and you're drying the floor. And to prove it to you, check this out. I just put a ton of soda there. That floor is dry. So you're not having to wait 30 or 40 minutes to dry. Plus the liquid doesn't drip out. You know where that liquid is? Right here. So for absorption, you can't beat it. Whoops. It works like a squeegee, and it dries the floor at the same time. Now, here's a little bit of pepper. Maybe you drop some spices while you're cooking, right? You see these little ridges here? They're gonna act like little squeegees. They're gonna pick up the dirt, the crumbs, the pet hair, the grime, and if I lift it up, watch this, you see that?
Look at
Where is
that.
it? I'll show the camera, wait for the camera to get there. I wanna show you how it gets all that dirt. See how it traps it in those little lines there? And it doesn't let it go until you wet it. When you wet it, it expands. It releases the dirt. You got your 5-roller wringer, you push down, and you're ready for the next job. Now, I couldn't wait for this next demonstration. Do you have a pet? If you have pets, this is the most amazing mop, and I'll show you why. It attracts pet hair like a magnet. I have a typical couch, hardwood floor here. You could see it gets really flat when you go underneath these surfaces. But when you go, you might be like underneath your bed or something. You could see it starts to pick up all the pet hair. Let me get underneath there a little bit. Here we go. You see, has all little pet hairs.
Right.
And then when you wring it out, all the pet hair comes right off. So you don't have to worry about touching, and you always have a nice clean mop head. Plus, the mop heads.
I love that it stands up.
Yeah, I say it weighs for, it's amazing that it stores in such a small little area, but the mop heads should last you about 1 to 2 years, and you get 2 of them in the kit. So you don't have to worry about going out and buying mop heads all the time.
John, such a great solution. I've never seen anything work like this. When you get it home, you'll understand why this will be your new favorite cleaning thing. So again, you get the mop, you get 2 mop heads, and then you get the 3 of the HandiSponges as well for under $30. Your incredible cleaning system.
Thank you.
John, thank you so much.
I appreciate that. Great to be
to
here.
have you
Absolutely.
here. Choose your color. I'm gonna choose mine. It's gonna be great, okay, because it's for a boat.